Hey guys, BoHD here, and while the Galaxy S5 has been out for a couple of weeks now, I have yet to get my hands on one until now. So let's go ahead and unbox this guy and see what's inside. Now I went ahead and got the black version. I was going to get a white Galaxy S5, but the plastic back just didn't feel anywhere near as good as it did on the black version, something that I'll go in depth into later. But if I slide off the outside cover of the wood-themed Galaxy S5 box and take off the top layer, we'll find the sleek black Galaxy S5 sitting right on top in its iconic Galaxy S form factor. Now before we get too excited and take out the plastic, underneath the Galaxy S5 we'll find a few goodies, such as a micro USB 3.0 cable, unlike your typical micro USB charging cable, a wall adapter used to plug said cable into the wall, a set of Samsung headphones with removable tips and remote controls, a 2800 mAh external battery, and then your standard setup and instructions packets in a multitude of languages, and that's basically it. So if we take a look back at the Galaxy S5 and pry off all that plastic, we'll see that it actually looks a lot like the previous Samsung Galaxy S4, as the design hasn't really changed a whole lot. Even the button placement is basically identical. For example, on the right hand side of the Galaxy S5, you'll find the power sleep on-off button with nothing on the left hand side except for the volume controls. Up top, you'll find an IR blaster with a 3.5mm headphone jack, and then your micro USB 3.0 charging port down below covered up with a plastic metallic cover so that this device remains waterproof. If we take a look at the front of this device, we'll find the 2-megapixel front-facing camera next to the Samsung logo and the speaker that is used for making calls. And then down below, we'll find the 2 capacitive touch buttons for multitasking and going back, and then the home button, which actually doubles as a fingerprint scanner. Flipping the Galaxy S5 over, we'll find the 16-megapixel camera sensor, the heart rate monitor, and speaker port down below, and then the Verizon and Samsung tramp stamp plastered on that Band-Aid-like plastic back. Now before we take a look at the Galaxy S5, we have to put the battery in by simply prying off the removable back, which I actually would consider a feature just because it allows you to switch out the battery as it wears out, and it provides extra slots for the microSD card and SIM card tray, all while sealing everything off to make the device fully waterproof, so that's pretty cool. But really most of the changes take place in the software when you power on the S5, as you'll be presented with the familiar TouchWiz UI on that 5.1-inch 1080p Super AMOLED display that just makes everything pop. I'm actually really blown away by just how vibrant this display is. I mean, I've seen a lot of 1080p displays, but the colors really pop and look fantastic. They're definitely oversaturated and colorful, but they look good despite not being very accurate. But as for TouchWiz and how it looks on the S5, you'll see that you have your standard home screen with all your apps, and if you swipe left, you have your Flipboard My Magazine home screen, which displays various news and info that you can customize to your liking. Besides that, everything else should look pretty familiar, as you'll be presented with several more home screens as you swipe further to the right. But overall, there's no doubt this is a Samsung device, as you'll find a ton of various Samsung settings in the settings department, such as Multi-View, S-Finder, Smart Stay, and Smart Pause, along with many others. I've never been a huge fan of TouchWiz, but since this is an all-new TouchWiz version running Android 4.4.2 KitKat, I'm definitely going to review it with an open mind and just see how buggy or not buggy it is. But I really want to know what you guys think of the Galaxy S5. Is there something you really want me to check out and review in detail, such as the camera? Let me know what your thoughts are by leaving me a comment right down below next to that thumbs up button. And if you guys are new to my channel and would like to be notified when I release my full review of the Galaxy S5, make sure you click that little subscribe button right down here. It's totally free and it really helps show your support. But with that said, that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you want to take a look at my first impressions of the OnePlus One flagship killing smartphone, you can do so right down below. Or you can take a look at my first look and unboxing of the HTC One M8 if that's something you'd be interested in. But as always, guys, I'm BoHD from How To and More. Thanks for watching.